Hey, good morning, YouTube. How's it going? Hopefully, you all are having a good day. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to install an inverter, to power up, anything that you got in your truck. In my particular case, I wanted to power up my microwave. I wanted to power up an air fryer. I want to try to start doing and eating a little bit healthier and whatnot to protect, my health. So, I'm going to show you guys how to install it. I got a 4,000 watt inverter. I'll go ahead and show you guys all the supplies and show you step by step on how to install it. Stick around.
Subscribe.
We got me some new supplies. Got me my air fryer. Got me one of these things to make me some shakes in the morning. I got my inverter right there. We got the cables. We got the stuff that goes around the wires to protect the cables. Wire cutters. Step bits. We got our circuit breaker. We got our resistors. I'll show you what these guys are for. We got these things right here where you put the wire through so it protects it. All right, guys, so we're gonna get the installation process going here. So basically, right now what I wanna do is I'm gonna get all my supplies ready and then figure out where I'm gonna make the holes. This is what I'm gonna use to make the hole. So we're gonna use these right here. So basically what it does is you unscrew it. It has a little rubber washer. So that's what you stick in so that it'll seal the hole. Then you stick this cable through here and then tighten it up, and it has like another little rubber. Let me show you. There's that little rubber gasket right here. It'll seal it. It'll weather treat it so that you don't get no water inside. So if you can see right here, let's see if I can figure out. Let's see. See how it says 3/4 right there? Okay. And if you look at the step bit, it'll actually have a 3/4 on it as well. Right there. But it's actually smaller because this is 3/4. I don't know. It's just not matching up. Can't think right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this tool to measure it. So basically we measure it. So it's about 0.98 of an inch. So I had already done this before off camera. It's right around the 1 inch. It's about 97. So I might have to hollow it out a little bit more, but I'll probably be able to get it screwed in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put tape right here so I know where to stop. And basically to check the wire, the thickness of the wire, that's 0.73. So if we want to check it against this, put this in here. As you can see, that's 0.76. So that's perfect. It's going to go through there. And as we tighten this down, it's going to squeeze this and weatherproof it. So let me go ahead and get everything else set up and I'll bring you guys back. All right, guys. So now we figured out where we're going to put the holes. I'm going to put one here, put one there. I know you guys really can't see it. That's probably the really hardest part because, well, you got to be measuring because you don't want to just drill up and hit something inside or drill down and, you're on this thing right here or on, like something, that you just don't want to hit anything. So I had to kind of measure and make sure that up in that space up there, there's nothing. So we're going to go ahead and drill this bad boy out and hopefully we'll be good. You know what I mean? Power tools, I'm telling you. Love them. Whew. Holy smokes. Wow, this little drill bit, that's pretty good. The problem is I really can't see the tape. And guys, let me tell you something. I am like at an awkward angle down here. And it is really hard to kind of get up in there, you know what I mean? Like it's not nice, let me tell you that right now. Let me see. Problem is I can't really see the tape on what I'm hitting. I know I need to go a little bit bigger than that. Let me make this light a little bit brighter. See if I could see a little better. Hopefully that's not too bad for you guys. And hopefully it's... You guys can see there. Okay. Make sure you guys wear safety glasses, guys. You guys don't want none of this crap in your eyes. I think that's it. Let's see. Oh, my drill bit came loose. That's no good. Let's see. That's it. Oh, wow. I think that's about it right there. All right, guys, we went through and we didn't hit nothing up there. What I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna clean up this area right here so that we can have a good seal with so the little rubber gasket or whatever. It's nice in there because all this grease right here. All right, guys, so we got that one squared away. Now we're gonna go ahead and start on the next one. This is probably the hardest part about installing the inverter is figuring out how you're gonna get the wiring inside, because there's not really much room to be handling stuff here. Holy smokes. Ugh. Woo, these little metal flakes hit my hand. They're hot. Real hot. Holy smokes. Golly. Oh, man. Let's see if I can get it from the... Doing it with my left hand and it's kind of tugging a little bit. And, you know, my left hand is not really my dominant hand, so I'm going to try to spin around here. See if I can get it with my other hand. Oof. Not really centered, but well, I tried my best. Doesn't matter. It'll go in. Jeez. Holy smokes. I actually called a shop here where I live at. I'm not going to mention what shop it is. And I just asked them, hey, you know what? I got a 2010 Cascadia. And this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to install a 4,000 watt inverter. You know, I have all the supplies, I have all the cables, you know, everything you guys need, I have it. What would you guys charge me? And the guy's like, okay, you know, let me go ahead and look into it. And I'll get back to you. They were gonna charge me $1,000. That's, bear in mind, me putting everything, my parts and everything there. All they were gonna do is install it. You know, which, I mean, I don't know if $1,000 is too much or not, but what I can tell you is, you know, even though this is a pain in the butt, you know, because it is, you know, it is work, you know, like no one's gonna work for free, you know, I get it that, you know, they gotta charge what they gotta charge, you know. If not, then the alternative is do it by yourself, you know what I mean? Which is what I elected to do. All right. So that's what I elected to do, you know, because I didn't want to pay somebody to do it, you know, because that's like, hell, I didn't even spend $1,000 in all the parts, believe it or not. I think it probably was right around maybe like, what was it? Maybe like maybe like $600-700 in all the parts. You know, the inverter I think was like $380 or something like that. And the cables were, I think, about $130, and then like miscellaneous fittings. Yeah, I think it was like right around $600-700 or so. Yes, guys, I know what you're gonna say. I know. But as you can see, now it's nice and clean. What we want to do is I want to make sure that that little seal right there doesn't have all this crap on it, because then it's not going to seal correctly, and then it's not going to safeguard you from water intrusion. That's what we don't want. We don't want water intrusion there. So that's the whole reason on why I'm doing what I'm doing, you know? So let me go ahead and get this squared away. Let me go back inside and cut the plastic out. I'll bring you guys back inside once I'm feeding the wire and all that stuff, okay? Okay. Just to give you guys a little preview of the inside of my truck right now. I got a mother of a mess, because normally I got all that stuff down here. So let me show you guys what I did here. All right. So as you can see, that's all we did. I need to go buy a socket, because this doesn't fit. I can probably get a socket, but I'm gonna have to enlist the wife's help, because, you know, there's no way I can hold it in the bottom and tighten it up here at the same time. So I'll have her hold it on the bottom with this, put a socket on that, and then that's it, you know, like we'll start running wires in and everything, and that's it. But, you know, holy smokes, guys, I am beat. Look at my hair. I'm beat, you know, I'm tired. I've been at this for, you know, a good amount of hours. You know, for you guys, it's just a second, you know what I mean? We'll get back here tomorrow, and it'll just be switch to the next scene, and we're good to go, you know. But prior to this, what you guys didn't see is I also did another video, which was all in the same day, but I split it into two so that it's not a long ass video. I did the PM and I did all the tire stuff. You'll probably see that video before you even see this one. But, you know, it's been a full day of gathering parts and, you know, all that good stuff or whatever. But I'm going to leave this like that, and I'll catch you guys up in the morning. Guess I won't be doing mechanical work today. Well, I guess we just gotta chill. Hey, I'm back. So I'm here waiting on my son to get out of school. Waiting for the little guy to start walking down this street right here to pick him up. I decided he's gonna be my helper for today. As you guys can kind of see, well, the weather kind of cleared out a little bit. It's roughly like about 60 degrees or whatnot outside, so it won't be too bad. But Um, the little guy will fit in a lot. He'll fit in a lot better places, and he'll be a super huge help. And he'll be my camera guy today. See how he does on that. And once it's all said and done, you know, her earning stuff a nice cool $20, which doesn't seem a lot to us, you know, to us adults and stuff, but you know, kids, they get they get some money and they're like, I'm rich, you know. If only it was really like that. But I'm gonna wait for him to get out of school, and once we're back in the truck, you know, getting down on it again and finish installing that inverter, we'll see you guys again. Sup, dog? We're gonna go work on the truck. Close that right. You're gonna be my camera guy today, homie. You're gonna be on YouTube, dog. You're gonna be a superstar, ese. Say what's up. What's up, YouTube? We're gonna go work on the truck, okay?
Yeah, YouTube. Today I'm recording my dad working on his trailer. So my name is Max, and I'm recording my dad.
All right, dude. You can see me perfect right here? All of me? Okay, put record. Oh, you did? Well, why didn't you tell me? It's okay. That's fine. All right, guys. So we went ahead and cut the cable ends off. As you guys can see, we use this tool. Pretty sweet, effortless. So the reason why we cut them is because in order to get them through those little things that I showed you guys yesterday, it's not gonna fit. So I'm gonna have to re-crimp it inside. So I have to cut the wire so that we can feed the wire through. So we're gonna go ahead and get the back of the batteries done, and then we're good to go. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and take this panel off. I know it's super windy. I'll do my best to get you guys the best possible sound, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? So we're just removing this panel right here so that we can access the batteries. And yes, I am wearing Crocs for the time being. I haven't changed into my, haven't put my my coveralls yet. Come over here and show the battery spot. So right here are our batteries. I'm gonna put the wires through there, and then we're gonna feed them up there. Catch you guys in a bit. All right, guys, so now we're starting to feed the wire through. I got my boy down there. So we're gonna start feeding the wire through those little thingy-majigs that I showed you yesterday. I know the proper name for them, but I can't think right now. So we're gonna go ahead and get this done, and we'll let you know about the process. So we got the wires in. My boy helped me out, put those things in. It's been super windy like crazy outside, so I just left that part out or whatever. But we've got the wires. We still gotta organize and all that stuff. I got these two drilled out right here. You know, we still gotta crimp the connectors in here, and I'm working on putting this thing on like secure. You know, look at this crap. To tell you guys that I'm not frustrated and actually pretty pissed off would be an understatement, man. What a pain in the dick, man, to get this shit in here. I mean, I got all my crap everywhere, you know, and that's what makes it hard. It's not hard. It's just pain in the ass, you know what I mean? Because you gotta like move everything out of the way, and then it's like once I'm done doing the stuff, then it's just put all this stuff back together. But man, it's been a long day, you know. I mean, I still got a lot to do. I still got to wire all this stuff up, and you know, I'm gonna put like these cable ends, not cable ends, but let me see if I have them here. If I have them here, I'll show you guys. Let's see here, guys. These things right here, those. So I'm gonna run the wire down that plastic thing all the way around here so that I still have the space in the middle. But golly, man, what a pain in the ass. You know, that's my APU unit on the inside unit. And then that's where it gives me power, but that only gives me power if the generator is actually running. So I'm gonna get to it, guys. You know, there's not really much to it. Like I said, it's a big pain in the ass for sure. You know, I mean, just drilling some holes and stuff like that, but that's pretty much the most difficult thing to do, is to kind of plan out what stuff you need, what cable you need, how are you going to route the wire in there, how are you going to secure it, how are you going to protect it, you know, where are you going to put it, you know. And it's not hard, it's just a pain in the ass. And it's just like, I have my truck a disaster right now. Like if a load came in right now, there ain't no way I can leave with all this crap laying around everywhere. So I'll get back to you guys once I have some more progress done, and let you guys know what's up. And I got updates, guys. So we mounted up the cables. I have to modify these little covers right here. So this little cover normally goes right here. Obviously not on the red one, but just giving you a demonstration. It won't fit because the normal kit comes with these little crappy ass wires where it's 2 of them. So I just went ahead and went up another gauge so that I don't even have to mess with it. So I had to modify it like this instead of like that so that it fits. And then we can cover that up and we'll be good to go. So I'm gonna finish this up out and I'll give you guys a full report once I'm done. I still gotta manage all those cables. I'm probably gonna push the excess out and push it into the battery box just in case this one fails. You know, it is made in China, so you never know, you know what I mean? If it fails, I'll have enough cable to where I can stretch it out more if need be, if I want to put it out somewhere else, because this cable, guys, is expensive. It's 4 gauge, 4/0, so it's 4/0 gauge, because there's a difference between 4 gauge and then 4/0 gauge. This one's thick cable, so it takes quite a bit. So I'll see how it does, and I'll let you guys know. Watch the beanbag already, dog? You already watched the beanbag? Eating some food or what? Hell yeah. Thanks for helping me out, dog. Oh yeah, girl.
What?
Say hi.
What?
Say hi.
Hi.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Good morning, guys. We're back at it again here with the truck. So I'll go ahead and show you guys a little bit more of the installation, but first I wanted to show you guys this crucial step that a lot of people miss sometimes when installing a large inverter. So you guys can see right here. Oh man. So this is my battery bank. So here we got our fuse. Want to make sure you put a fuse on it, because if anything ever goes wrong to where this touches ground or the inverter shorts out or whatever, you don't want just a continuous wire going in there and it can burn your truck down. You want that fuse to blow out. But this is the step that often a lot of people miss. Anytime you have an inverter that's bigger than 2,000 watts, hell, even if it's 1,000 watts, you want to charge the capacitors inside of the inverter. The way you do that is you just put a resistor. So you connect your positive wire, right? And then you just connect this little resistor. You can leave it on there, you know, for a lot of people say like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. You know, I just leave it there a couple of minutes. It ain't gonna hurt it any. And all that does is it just pre-charges those capacitors inside the inverter, so that when you connect this here, you don't have a big spark and it can cause all sorts of problems. But mainly you can damage the inverter. So you want to pre-charge your capacitors, and you just use one of these little resistors. This one I believe is a 50 watt 6 ohm resistor. So that's just the way you guys do that. I went ahead and ran my cables, and I went ahead and put these hoses on here, you know, because even though this is plastic, believe me guys, this plastic will wear through that over time with vibration and everything. That's why I have it over here too. So I just put hoses and then I ran them and I tied them up to the frame right there, just so that, you know, you're not rubbing or whatever. So I'll go ahead and get back with you guys once I get back inside. Another thing too, guys, this stuff right here is awesome. It's just basically a spray that you spray on all these terminals, and what it does is it prevents battery corrosion. So as you can see right here on these, it looks dirty, but if I were to get brake cleaner and clean it, it's gonna look brand new like that. I mean, it's oil based, so like dirt and stuff like that will stick on it, but it's gonna protect it. It's not gonna allow it to corrode it. So basically all you do is you just spray it on there and it'll protect it. It's not gonna hurt anything. Just looks like that. Like I said, it's not gonna hurt anything, and it works very, very good. Like, it's super awesome. And that's it. You just spray it like that and it'll protect your connectors. Okay guys, so here's the final product. You guys saw on that previous clip how I left the batteries. I always put rubber hose because with the vibration and everything, it'll rub through this. So this is the way I ran the installation. There we go. See, I put rubber and then with big zip ties. And then right here on the top, you guys can see right there how I installed it. I just pretty much so that these wires don't touch, I always put, you know, a piece of hose in between them. And then right there, I put a little bit of silicone just to give it an extra flavor, you know what I mean? Just to make sure it doesn't leak water in there, which I'm pretty sure it wasn't going to, but I had it there laying around and that's it. But that's basically the installation. So here's the finished product, guys. We got our wires nice and zip tied, good to go. I went ahead and put a little bit of that silicone in there, again, just for preventative measure. It ain't gonna hurt it none. But to me, that looks like a professional installation, guys. Good to go. And here we have the inverter. Sorry guys, I got a nightmare of a mess in here. There it is on. I went ahead and actually vacuumed using the inverter. Good to go. Seems to be working. I'm gonna go ahead and get all this stuff cleaned up, guys. Golly, holy smokes. Hey, I keep it real. You know, I'm not gonna go over here and shine up and look nice and everything, you know. I mean, sometimes, you know, usually when you guys see me all nice and clean or whatever, it's because I'm barely gonna get back to the truck or whatever, but that's what it is, guys. You guys saw how I installed the cables down at the bottom, how I installed the cables at the battery box. You guys saw how I installed it in here. And that's it, you know. I mean, it's not really a hard job, but it is a big pain in the ass because you gotta like move everything so that you're able to fit. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, to fit down there, the camera sometimes just doesn't do it justice. For those of you guys or gals who are truck drivers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It seems like a lot of space in there, but to be in there, like actually physically in there, there's not a lot of space, guys. You know, it's a pretty tight fit, you know. So, you know, like I said, for those of you guys who are actual truck drivers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And for people who don't drive that watch the channel, well, it's pretty tight to get in there, you know what I mean? But in a nutshell, that's how you install an inverter. You know, it's just the planning phase is what's difficult, you know, figuring out where are you going to route your cables from, where are you going to make the holes to put the cables inside on it, you know, what type of cable are you going to get, what type of connections are you going to get, where are you going to put the inverter at. It's just pretty much planning, measuring, and all that stuff. And but I would say, as far as safety isn't concerned, make sure that any hoses, like I mentioned in the past, you know, that could potentially rub on the frame or even a piece of plastic, put a piece of hose on it. You know, I had a hose there laying around that was old hose, you know, just coolant hose. You know, I just splice it in the middle, put it around it, and it's gonna protect the wire. And make sure you guys fuse it, and make sure that you use a resistor to charge up the capacitor. That just gives it longer longevity. And not only that, but you can damage the inverter, you know. I mean, what happens is that when you just connect it, it'll have an inrush of current, and those capacitors are inside the inverter are just gonna suck all that juice, and with the resistor, you're just slowly getting it back up. You know, you leave it there. You know, I left it there for probably maybe like 5 minutes. It ain't gonna hurt it any. Then when I plugged it in, no spark, no nothing, and everything was already charged up. But it looks like if it's working good. Off camera, I did connect my handy dandy microwave lifesaver when you're out here on the road, and it powered it up just fine. Seems to be working for what I need right now. The question is, the $1 million question. It is a China inverter, and I hope it lasts a long time. But the reason why I left that cable a little bit longer than normal is precisely because of the same thing. If for whatever reason I need to change the inverter or whatever to where, you know, because every inverter has, you know, it's the same connections, but they might be in a different place or whatever, or I might move the inverter somewhere different. I wanted to be able to have that slack to where I can move it and not be short on the wires. Because like I said, those cables are expensive. I think I paid about $180 for 12 feet. And it ended up working pretty good. That crimping tool, guys, you guys have seen me use it before. I had to cut the ends off. That crimping tool, this bad boy right here, that bad boy right there, beautiful. Absolutely worth every single penny. Without that tool, I wouldn't have been able to crimp those ends on. So just made it very, very, very simple. But in a nutshell, guys, that's how you install an inverter. You know, your truck might be different, but the process is the same. You know, it can be in a Columbia, it could be in a Peterbilt, it could be in a Volvo, pretty much any semi-truck. Hell, it could even be in an automobile, a regular car. The nice thing that I like about my particular truck is my battery bank is actually right there in the back of the, like in between the frame, right there in back of the truck. My truck actually has 8 batteries. It has 4 of them in the front where they normally on the side of the step on a Cascadia. Those are your starting batteries. And then I have my auxiliary batteries in the back because this truck had one of those electronic APUs that would use those batteries in the back, but it doesn't work. Like the fan works and the heater works, but the AC doesn't work. And I mentioned this before in one of my logs that I didn't replace that system because it was going to be more expensive to replace the system on the truck than to just buy an APU. So I just elected to buy an APU. But the nice thing about that is I can run those bad boys down to 0, and it has an isolator switch on my truck, so it won't run down the batteries in the front. So your truck will still start. You can run down the batteries in the back, and then once the truck is running, it'll just charge up the batteries again and everything. And as far as batteries, guys, the best batteries to put on there from my research would probably be lithium polymer batteries. They have a lot more amp hours. I think the ones that I have right now, I think they equate to about like 75 or 100 amp hours each battery for 4 batteries. So, you know, roughly 350 to 400 amp hours. And those are just regular lead acid batteries, but I did get them dual purpose. So it's a deep cycle battery and also a starting battery. So you can like lower it down a little bit more or whatever. But the reason why I didn't go lithium polymer is because, well, they cost a lot of money. You're talking about $300-400 a battery. You know what I mean? So 4 batteries, talking about $2,000 or whatever. And even though it's a good technology or whatever, I get a little bit scared and stuff. You know what I mean? Because it's lithium. That's super flammable stuff that can easily ignite more so than, you know, just regular AGM batteries. You know what I mean? Just lead acid batteries. That's not to say that your truck can't burn down with those, but like the lithium is like a lot more, you know, crazy and stuff like that. But I'm rambling here, guys. I got a nightmare of a mess. I gotta get all that stuff right there and all that stuff up there back down there where it belongs, and get everything cleaned up and ready to rock and roll. But I hope this video helps you guys out. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I'll try to get down to your I'll try to get down to your comments and answer your comments if I know. You know, I'm the type of guy, just to let you guys know, that if you ask me something and I know the answer, I give the answer. And if I don't know the answer, I'm not just gonna bullshit you and just give you an answer just because. I'm just flat out gonna say, you know what, I don't know, or let me look into it. I'll ask around. I know a lot of knowledgeable people that are in this industry, and if maybe I don't know the answer, they might know the answer. So I'll do my best to try to answer your all's questions, but I'm not just gonna give you some BS answer just because, you know. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching, and hit it! Tipped over the camera there. You guys have a good day. My favorite time of day. Nice and showered.
Breakfast mode activated.